Well, it feels like a rematch, and if that's the way you feel too, then there's a good reason for that. A rematch from a couple weeks ago and a rematch from the opening round of the USA South Tournament. First round last year here at the campus of Greensboro College. As we get set for first round action again, it's the 6th-seeded North Carolina Wesleyan battling Bishops and the number 3 seed Greensboro College Pride. Good afternoon, everyone. Kendrick Fruits here with you on the campus of Greensboro College on the Greensboro College Sports Network for USA South Conference Tournament Women's Soccer. North Carolina Wesleyan was here, a week ago? Greensboro won that one 2-0 on homecoming and senior day, and looking for a repeat performance, both of that and their 4-0 win last year against the battling Bishops. One match already in the books in the first round. 4th-seeded Mary Baldwin outlasting Methodist 1-0, and they advance to play the winner of Brevard and Salem. That's all that's gone on so far on the women's side of things here today. We're about ready to get this one underway here today. For North Carolina Wesleyan, the lineup: Whiteside, Goodwin, Farrow, Meyer, Schneider, Scherber, Comerford, Paul, Thornton, and Staub with Walls in goal. And for Greensboro, it's going to be Mann, Cole, Friedlander, Petroskas, Cam, Brennan, Marcondes, Tag, Robinson, Dawson, and Hanson in goal. Grace Walls on the year, 1.71 the goals against average, 80.2% save percentage, 3-5-1 the record, with a pair of shutouts this year. For Cheyenne Hanson, what an incredible freshman campaign she has put together, to the tune of a 1.17 goals against average, 78.1% save percentage, 9-6-2 the record, with 6 shutouts this season. And we'll talk about how impressive that number has been, as it is already on the all-time top 10 for Greensboro College. Not only that, but obviously working her way up the single-season record as well. She is 9th in career shutouts as a freshman. Also part of a 5-way tie in 9th place with wins with 9 this year. It's a single-season list with wins, tied with Brittany Morrison from the 2015 team for 5th on a single-season shutout list with 6. With one more, she would tie Shayna Saganich and Katie Allegro in 3rd. So obviously climbing up the record books there is Cheyenne Hanson, but more importantly for Greensboro, looking to come away with a victory in the first round of the tournament here this evening. Obviously, you look back at last year, a 4-0 win over Wesleyan. They don't follow it up, though, the way they would have liked to. They were eliminated in the next round by Methodist, and you know, a lot of these returners have that on their minds, but you got to get through today first. It is the beginning of a soccer doubleheader. It is the middle leg of a Greensboro College Sports Network triple header. Football lost just a little bit ago to LaGrange, and getting ready for the second game of today's very busy afternoon. Greensboro will begin with possession, and we are underway. So Greensboro in the all-white uniforms, the North Carolina Wesleyan battling Bishops, kind of those two-tone blues and grays. And Allison Mann sending this deep down into the attacking zone where Walls will scoop it up. Most of the pitch is in shade, or is in the sun rather, just a little bit of shade surrounding Walls. And it will go out of bounds just in front of the North Carolina Wesleyan bench. Allison Mann will throw in. Cam with the header to Robinson. Robinson trying to settle it, looking for a teammate in the middle. It is turned over. She finds Comerford over there. Samantha Dell, the leading scorer for North Carolina Wesleyan this year with 8 goals. 4 goals each for Meyer and Whiteside. And good defense over there by Greensboro. It does go over the end line, and it will be a goal kick for Cheyenne Hanson. Nothing else in action currently on the women's side of things. We mentioned Mary Baldwin defeated Methodist earlier today. Brevard and Salem will begin here in about 35 minutes. And then Meredith and Southern Virginia to wrap up today's action. Header missed there by Friedlander. Ball rolls back into the attacking zone for Wesleyan, but controlled by the Pride. Sending this back to Mann. Mann boots it over to the middle. Another goal kick coming here for Hansen. Friedlander sending it up towards Petroskas on the far boundary. Long flip up ahead looking for Marcondes. Marcondes is going to have to outrun Snyder. They both overrun it. Snyder is the one that comes down with it, though. Sends the ball back up into the middle third. Pass over to the middle, cleared there. And sent into the attacking zone. There's a tangle over there between, I believe that was Tag and maybe Scherber. It'll be a Wesleyan throw-in, however you want to slice it up ahead now. Staub sending this further down. And that one kicked off of maybe the side of Tag. Goes out of bounds over the end line. A corner kick coming for Wesleyan. Just a couple minutes in. So a corner here, first one of the day for the Battling Bishops. Service into the front of the box, headed there and kicked aside. I think that was Allison Mann getting a hand on it. Did not get all the way back to Hansen. Greensboro clears that one out of the way and out of bounds right again in front of the Wesleyan bench. Thrown in now to Whiteside. Mann with it, though, was trying to send it towards Dawson. A little too much air on it and out of bounds. Farrow with it, now sends it on up ahead, and Thornton knocks it out of bounds. No, it must have come in off of Robinson. Will be a throw-in for Wesleyan. Farrow looking, and a little bit of miscommunication there. Eden Whiteside, the only one really in the area, but Allison Mann got a foot on it, sent it out of bounds, so another throw-in, and this time coming off of Rosie Tag, and it should be another corner, second one coming for the Battling Bishops here in the first 5 minutes. If you missed the news from earlier today, first with this corner kick, and then we'll get into that. This one long, far side of the box, header rolling towards the end line and out of bounds, and it will be off of North Carolina Wesleyan, so a goal kick coming here for Hansen. Greensboro College volleyball clinched the regular season championship with a victory over Meredith earlier today in the tri-match. That's going on just behind us here at Haynes Gym. Run their winning streak to 18 consecutive games, and so the tournament and the number one seed, the tournament hosting, will go through Greensboro this year. Wesleyan trying to work the near boundary, chipped aside by Farrow and out of bounds. Playing a non-conference match now against Averett. Greensboro won the first set 25-12, and second set just underway, and we certainly expect to see a lot of the regulars perhaps not playing a lot of this second set. Shiflett and Templeton and Mayfield and the like. We'll keep an eye on that one as the rest of the day goes on. But right now, Dawson sends it up ahead. That's Kendall Cam just shy of the middle line. Back to Mann. Mann sending it on the ground. Looking for Robinson. Instead, finds Thornton as it goes out of bounds. Greensboro to throw in. Approaching 7 minutes gone here in the first half. Sent down the sideline looking for Robinson. Taken instead, though, by Farrow and out of bounds. Farrow to throw in. Looking for Staub, taken instead away by Brennan, now to Cam, and Greensboro reconnects. Mann, long feed down into the attacking zone. Walls is going to come out and get it, and she'll clear it out of bounds. Greensboro to throw in. We'll see if Greensboro's offense continues to trend in the right direction, much like they did the end of the regular season. 2 goals last Saturday and 4 against Salem to close out the regular season. That goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for Dawson. Dawson to Marcondes. Marcondes trying to flip it over to Cam. Can't find her. Going out to get it now is Meyer. This one chipped up ahead too strong. Looking for Scherber, instead finds Greensboro, and the Pride now trying to work their way just outside of the attacking zone, and Robinson's pass intercepted. Out of bounds, just shy of the center line. It'll be Greensboro to throw in. Opening action here in the first round of the USA South Women's Soccer Tournament. Greensboro came into today's game 10-6-2 overall. They finished 5-4 in conference play. Brennan sends this near side to Dawson. Dawson trying to work to her left, approaching the end line. She likes that to try to create a tough angle for a redirect. That goes out of bounds, and she has earned Greensboro a corner. Wesleyan finished their regular season 7-9-1 and 4-5 in USA South play. So corner coming here. Sent in high into the box. Walls goes and gets it, knocks it out to Mann. Back to Dawson on the ground. It's going to miss wide of the cage, and Walls will scoop it up. Grace Walls punts it away past the center line. Quick touch there by Wesleyan. Greensboro sends it back the other way, however. Teams exchanging touches just at the edge of the attacking zone of the Pride. Greensboro with it. Friedlander now sends it further down. Opportunity for Petroskas. However, she sends it out of bounds. Had Marcondes streaking by and missed her. Friedlander with the header to Cam. Petroskas looking for Marcondes, sent too far. And again, Wesleyan out of bounds. Both teams still looking for their first official shot as this goes over the end line. And it'll be a goal kick here for Walls. Approaching 10 minutes gone. And Walls kicks this one towards the near boundary. It's going to be headed out of bounds by Dawson. Might have got it a little bit too far off the forehead. She put her hand to her head and said, ow. Here comes the throw in. Goes to Whiteside. Now a nice quick touch up ahead to Staub. Staub looking in the middle, finds Cole. Cole on the redirect there. Robinson tries to get to it. Teams fighting for possession around the center line. Good job there. Marcondes to come away with it. Marcondes taps it to Dawson. Dawson working to her left again. Tries to chip it over for Marcondes, but it's sent out of bounds. Greensboro to throw in. Dawson does complete that pass now to Marcondes. Now back to Dawson. Dawson trying to work away from the sideline. Back to the middle. She'll find Shea Brennan there. Brennan, long feed across to Marcondes, who slipped on the break. It will go out of bounds, and it will be a Wesleyan throw-in just off of the near left flag. Throw in there to Whiteside. Teams fighting for possession again. Dawson sending it to Brennan. Brennan gets a little tripped up. Now trying to work to the inside of her defender. Loses it. And back to the far corner it goes. Sent out of bounds. Greensboro will throw in almost from the identical location that Wesleyan threw it in moments ago. Robinson breaking towards the net. Instead, Greensboro trying to go towards the corner, out of bounds. This time off of the Pride, and Wesleyan will throw. Headed off of Staub to Brennan. Sent in by Mann towards the box. Header there by Marcondes. There's no help. Wesleyan tries to clear. Instead, Dawson with it now. Again, working towards that side. See if she can cut the corner this time. Sends it in on Walls, who scoops it up outside the cage. So another goal kick coming. As Grace Walls sends a low liner far side. Greensboro interrupting that pass. Now goes to Marcondes. Marcondes racing to the far left flag. She's pushed out of bounds. Ball goes out. Greensboro maintains possession. Throw in towards Cam. Cam trying to get around her defender, Snyder, who sends it out of bounds. And another throw in coming. Teams looking for their first shots. There's a foul. Or offsides, I think, may actually have been the call there. So Greensboro offsides. Ball bounding towards the near side, sent high in the air just outside the offensive zone. Brennan to Robinson. Quick touch there for Cam. Kendall Cam now to Brennan on the near side. Brennan sizing up the opposition. That pass blocked. Goes back to Brennan for the moment. Sends it back to Dawson. Dawson, quick pass to Brennan, who works further up the near boundary. Brennan sends it in towards the middle. Marcondes had it blocked. Back outside the offensive zone. Sent back in now by Mann. Here comes Marcondes working with her left foot. She's got Dawson behind her. Instead looks into Robinson. Quick touch back to Marcondes, who's knocked down. And Greensboro offsides again. Coming up on 15 minutes gone. Walls sends this one up and out of the defending zone of Wesleyan. It's possessed by Mann. Quick touch to Brennan. It's going to be a foot race. Dawson's going to get there first. Sends it back to Brennan. Long feed near side to Marcondes. Marcondes thought about a pass to Dawson. Instead tries to cut inside to Cam. It's intercepted and sent the other way by the Bishops. Whiteside crossing the center line. Further down the near boundary now. Meyer with it. Rosie Tagg trying to ride her off of it. Tagg with a quick touch. Sends it up. Oh, good tackle there by Meyer. Fighting for possession. Now it's Mann. Mann off to the races. Mann, a good pass to Marcondes. Marcondes, oh! Marcondes sends Thornton down. Cameron Marcondes working her way in on the net. What a bit of fancy footwork. Now Marcondes slows down, gets around another defender, lines up, shoots, score! Cameron Marcondes. 3 goals in 3 games. Breaking ankles along the way, and the Pride take a 1-0 lead. So 3rd goal of Marcondes' season. This one's sent in, headed away by Mann. Wesleyan keeps it in the offensive zone. Quick touch, Goodwin. Over here to Faro now. And Wesleyan has to send this one back out now to the far side. Touch there by Marcondes, out of bounds. It will be Wesleyan throw in. Greensboro with it now just outside of their defending zone. Long feed up ahead. Robinson pushing the issue, but it's going to go all the way back to Walls on a pass. And goes out to Kendall Cam. Quick touch there, Staub. Cam working on her. Knocks her down, but passes this one over to Dawson. Thornton's going to get there first. It will go towards the corner and out of bounds. Greensboro to throw in. And Greensboro's got a substitution coming here. Nope, never mind, they do not. Throw into Cam. Cam not able to get there, though. Meyer with it. It goes out of bounds, or Farrow, rather. Off of Farrow. Greensboro to throw in. Looking for Robinson over the end line. Robinson keeps it from going over the end line. This one chipped back towards Dawson. Taken away for a moment by Whiteside. Dawson working towards that end line now, and it's sent out of bounds. And it's a corner coming for Dawson. Tight defense there for Wesleyan. Greensboro not able to penetrate it. But a quick touch to Brennan. Brennan now working to her right. Brennan fires this one in on Walls. Makes the nice play on the short hop. Brennan tried to make things a little difficult there, but Walls was there to make the save. Almost 20 minutes gone in the first. Quick check on volleyball inside. Averett and Greensboro, the Pride leading the second set 15-14. They won the first set just a short while ago. Wesleyan in the offensive zone. To the far side. And good defense there on the far side. Pass knocked down, and so too was a Wesleyan defender. At least their feet were tripped up. Robinson with a quick touch and turn to her right. Working down the far boundary. Robinson looking ahead for Kendall Cam. Cam trying to get there. She did, but was tripped up and is taken away by Wesleyan just in front of the end line. That ball goes out of bounds. And Greensboro to throw in. Marcondes looking for Robinson. Robinson doing a good job shielding her defender. Sends this one up towards Marcondes. Now sent back out. Here's an opportunity for Cam. That's blocked out in front. Petroska sending it, or that's Friedlander rather, sending that in towards Wall, who will scoop it up. And Walls to punt it away near side. She's got Whiteside pretty wide open on the boundary. Whiteside settles, sends it further back to Meyer, and now up ahead and out of bounds in front of the Wesleyan bench. 20 minutes in, 25 to go in the first half. Meyer with it, looking to send this one into Whiteside. Greensboro instead sends it away and out of bounds at the Pride bench. Faro to throw. Marcondes trying to get in the way of that pass. She does. Quick touch to Dawson. Dawson was trying to pass to Brennan, had it instead deflected. Comes right back to her. Long feed, was trying to find, I believe that was Petroskas over there. Instead, both teams now exchanging touches in the middle. Mann sends this one high, landing right on the center line if it weren't for a header by Scherber. And now Mann gets this one right from one entrance of a zone to the other. Long feed up ahead. Robinson now in a bit of a foot race. She's not going to win it. It's going to go out of bounds. Good defense there by Thornton. Pride again with a 1-0 advantage on the early Cameron Marcondes goal. Abby Lush about to check in here in a moment. Dawson tries to get around her defender, cannot. That's sent on up ahead right to Mann. Good job there. The redirect to Brennan. Goes far side to Friedlander now. Friedlander up ahead. Petroskas rather having to come up and get it. It's taken away. Quick little chip there for Wesleyan, but there is Cole to chase it down. She finds Mann. Mann lines up looking for Robinson. Robinson tried to play the hop. Instead, it played her, went under her. Comes back to her, though, after a quick touch by Wesleyan. She sends it over here to Dawson. Dawson feeding it in. Kendall Cam in a foot race that she will not win. Goes out of bounds by Thornton. And again, Greensboro with a throw in. It'll be Lush, though, checking in first for Kendall Cam. About 45 seconds away from the midway point of the first half. Here comes Marcondes. Sends it out to Brennan. just at the top of the offensive zone. Brennan working around her defender, Comerford. Quick chip, Friedlander looking up ahead. That pass turned aside. Although here comes Lush. And out of bounds. Greensboro to throw in. Dawson to Lush, right back to Dawson. Dawson sends this one, tries to go across the box. Instead, it's turned over. Now it's Brennan with it. Brennan working towards the near boundary, tries to split a couple of blue jerseys. Instead, it's kicked out of bounds by Wesleyan. Greensboro with it. Now Brennan. Brennan walks through a couple North Carolina Wesleyan jerseys, has the ball knocked away. But Allison Mann is there to get the carom, sends this one in towards the far side of the box. Petroskis is offsides, and there's an injured Wesleyan player just inside the Greensboro attacking zone. Wesleyan player, though, getting up. That is Comerford. 22 minutes to go. Oh, well, apparently there must have been a foul called on the Bishops because Greensboro's got a kick here. Free kick coming for the Pride. Shea Brennan to do it. Brennan lining up. Fires this one towards the top. That one, oh, a good save by Walls. Goes up to get it and punches it up over the crossbar. It was a beautiful kick from Brennan. But Wesleyan and Walls keeps it a 1-goal differential. It will be a corner coming for the Pride, though. Brennan racing to the front of the box. Service long, headed there, missed by Robinson. Petroskis with it. Sends it to Friedlander. Friedlander trying to get it around a defender. It will go over the end line off of Friedlander. So it'll be a goal kick coming for Walls. Wesleyan working the far side. Now taking away Petroskis to Friedlander. Friedlander having to work around Scherber over there. Sends it further in, looking for Petroskis and Lush. It's now Robinson with it. Robinson cannot get to a good job there by Wesleyan to shield it as it goes over the end line. Substitution coming for Wesleyan. Eliana Butler checking in. Hayden Staub coming out. Goal kick coming for Walls here. Sends this one up ahead. Headed by Faro, taken away by Friedlander. Quick touch to Brennan. Goes back to Friedlander, sends it to Mann. Mann's pass into the attacking zone turned aside by the Bishops. A lot of open space there around the ball. Brennan finally sends that one deep into the attacking zone, and the handball called on Wesleyan. And Allison Mann sent it back to the location. The official didn't see it, kicked off his heel and almost got Shea in the face, but Brennan showing some good goalkeeper reflexes there. It'll be Brennan to kick here after the handball. Cole bleeding out to the right. Brennan, a false start. Now she's ready to go again. Sends this one on the ground to Robinson, the corner of the box, and it's turned aside. Wesleyan now clears into the middle third. Well, people certainly know to respect the power in Shea Brennan's leg, and Greensboro trying to throw him off a little bit by, instead of having her shoot, look for an open teammate. Greensboro with it. It's Dawson. Man sending it to Marcondes. Good job there, Marcondes getting around her defender, and a good tackle there by Comerford. It goes out of bounds. Dawson looking to throw into Marcondes. Cameron's third goal of the year, the only goal of the game. Man punches this one towards the front of the box. Nobody there. And Walls will come out and get it. Update from inside. Taylor Cody's kill just gave Greensboro a win in the second set, so they lead Averett now 2-0. Foot race down the far boundary. Robinson trying to get to it, and she did, but then trips out of bounds. And it'll be another goal kick coming for Wall. Substitution, McElwain is coming in for Dawson. Walls takes a deep breath, fires this one towards the near boundary. Header missed there by Farrow. Greensboro takes it away for a minute. Goes back to Farrow. She waits on it, lets it settle, drops it back. Good defense by Marcondes, sending it out of bounds as it was approaching Whiteside. Farrow to throw, headed by Comerford over towards the middle, ricocheting between Meyer and Mann. Now a long race down the near boundary. It's Abby Lush. Lush working towards the end line. Fires this one off of the knee of Thornton. Lush will recover and sends this one to McElwain. Quick touch to McElwain and taken away by the Bishops. Back out, though, to Brennan. Brennan's pass taken away for a moment. Marcondes ends up with it as it goes over the end line. No, it won't be over the end line as Whiteside will poke it out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for McElwain. 16 to go first half. That ball sent out of bounds. And a throw in for Greensboro. McElwain throws it in. Lush, a header to Marcondes. Quick touch right back to Lush. Lush trying to work her way into the left side of the box, has it taken away. And the Bishops still trying to push the offensive tempo a little bit. Wesleyan does not have a shot yet. It's 3-0 Greensboro in that category, and all three Greensboro shots have been on goal. Wesleyan to throw in. Cole getting in the way of that throw in, though. Kicks it in towards the middle where the Bishops will have it. Comerford sends it near side to Whiteside. Up ahead to Farrow now. Tries to drop this one off for Comerford. Instead, tag with it for a moment. Comerford does shield tag now. Sends this one back to Farrow, now to the middle of the box. A shoulder there is thrown by Meyer. Now Brennan with the header, getting Meyer off of the ball. Now Meyer with it, and Greensboro to send out of bounds. That was Marcondes, and it'll be a throw-in for the Bishops. Here is Whiteside. Nope, she's going to toss it to Farrow. Farrow looking for Comerford. Instead, Mann does a good job keeping it in with her heel. After a couple ricochets, sends it out to Thornton. It goes out of bounds. Greensboro to throw in. Quick throw, Robinson to Lush. Lush with the header. Back to McElwain, sends this one high over Thornton. Robinson with a little bit of speed. She tries to get to it. Robinson will to the left of the cage. Now tries to redirect to the right. Pushed there by Lush, looking to send it back to Robinson. It goes back out of the box now. Wide of the 18 and now out of bounds. A frenzied look there for Greensboro. Doesn't result in anything, but looked like it could have been exciting for a moment. Marcondes looking for some help, working to her right. Sends it to Brennan. Brennan all the way back and out to Cole. Sends this one high to the front of the box. Walls will go out and get it. Almost a collision there between Marcondes and Walls. Just a little bit too strong there for Madison Cole. Walls with the punt. McElwain with it. Comerford getting in the way as McElwain was trying to settle that one. And Wesleyan, that attack ends up not very dangerous. Greensboro sends it out of bounds at the middle line. Checking in, Mason Barrios. Barrios in for Meyer. Comerford sends this one high down the boundary and out of bounds. Greensboro to throw in, it'll be man. Man to McElwain, headed there, now Farrow with it. Taken away by Robinson, back to McElwain. McElwain having to work between a Wesleyan sandwich and instead goes out of bounds. Whiteside sends it back to Farrow. Now a long pass down into the attacking zone. Over Barrios, though. Now she'll poke it into the middle, and Shea Brennan will clear it out of the zone. Good job there defensively for Brennan. The ball will roll out of bounds, and it'll be a Greensboro throw-in right at the mouth of the middle third. Goodwin's pass trying to cross the pitch from one side to the other. Didn't exactly go the way she drew it up, but it maintains possession to the Bishops. Now sent near side to Farrow. Farrow tries to send it in to Comerford just under McElwain's leg. Greensboro, though, ultimately comes away with that pass. They send it up to Brennan now in the middle. Tries to drop it back for Cole. Barrios on her. Now taken away by Robinson. Robinson passes to the side. Was Petroskis now up ahead to Lush. Pass too strong and out of bounds. 11 minutes to go first half. After a quick throw in, knocked out of bounds by Petroskis, and it will be Wesleyan to throw in now. 10:40 to go. Greensboro has again kept the Bishops not only off the scorebook so far, or off the scoreboard, but off of the scorebook in terms of not having a shot yet. Good job there, forcing a turnover. Marcondes for a moment, but the ball got away from her. Farrow with it, now sending it near side to Whiteside. Man sending it back now, or forcing the Bishops to send it back. Now goes across to Tag. Tag to the near boundary, McElwain. Good feed between a couple defenders to Brennan. Good job, Brennan putting on the brakes. Now working her way to the middle, Brennan finds Friedlander. Friedlander, pass up ahead. That's turned away by Snyder. And Wesleyan with it now, trying to push it into the offensive zone again. Comerford trips on the ball. Greensboro takes it away for a moment, but Marcondes has it taken away from her. Long feed up ahead. Barrios sending it, Butler rather, sending it to the far corner. Long run there, and down goes Tag. There'll be a free kick here for Greensboro. Nine to go in the first half. Taken there by Butler in the middle. Now sends it to Comerford. Now to Goodwin. Wesleyan working towards the near boundary. Comerford tries to get around Brennan. Sends this one careening in towards the box. Cleared there for a moment by Tag. Now back in, and Tag again with the clear. Thornton working with Robinson. Thornton's tripped up, and it's going to be a free kick coming here for the Bishops just at the edge of the attacking zone. So Goodwin sending it all the way to the far side. Greensboro interrupting it, clearing it out to the middle third. Good job there by Petroskas, clearing the ball all the way down into the Greensboro's attacking zone, where it'll be sent out of bounds by Snyder, but a great job there by Petroskas. Getting in the way, Grace Garrity will come in for Friedlander. 7:30 to go first half. Throw into Marcondes, a header, and then too strong on the ricochet out of bounds. A goal kick coming for Walls. Walls sends this one to the front of the zone. Greensboro in the way of that one. It was Marcondes, but taken away by Wesleyan. It goes out of bounds, though, off of the foot of Whiteside. McElwain to throw in. Long run for Robinson. She can't get around Thornton. Ball goes out of bounds, and another goal kick for Walls. Well, Salem and Brevard just now getting underway. Again, earlier today, Mary Baldwin defeated Methodist 1-0. And the nightcap, of course, tonight. Still to come, 7 o'clock, Meredith and SVU. Battle and Bishops trying to get out of their own zone. Taylor and Sanzata about to check, check in for Greensboro. St. Louis checking in for the Bishops. Brennan coming out. Robinson coming out as well. Goodwin checks out for Wesleyan. Now, not too much longer. We're going to be fighting the sun over here at our broadcast position. Hopefully, a lot of the worst of it happens when we're hitting halftime about 5 minutes from now. Marcondes with it on the right. Gets around one defender. The ball too far away from her, though, and sent out of, not quite out of bounds. Petroskas gets to it. Kaylee Petroskas keeps it in bounds, then off of the foot of her Wesleyan defender out of bounds. But it'll be a goal kick coming here for Walls. Greensboro leads it 1-0 with 4:45 to go in the first half. Walls, little chip shot. Mackenzie Taylor and Whiteside fighting for it. Greensboro with possessions. Garrity. Garrity's got to get it out quickly to Sanzata. Now near side to McElwain. McElwain, did she keep it in bounds? I think she did. Nope, she didn't. Late whistle. Throw in coming for Wesleyan. And that one goes out of bounds. Greensboro to throw in now. McElwain to do it. Looking for a carom, finds Marcondes. Marcondes getting around two defenders now to her left, sends it to Sanzata. Sanzata, good pass into Marcondes. Can she do it again? Nope, she's taken down. And that's going to be a free kick for Greensboro just outside the 18, it looks like. No, inside the 18. But outside of the box, she's to the left. It'll be Sanzata on the kick. Sanzata winds up, Fires this one in towards Walls off the back of the post. Or the supporting post, if you will. Good look for Sanzata, but it's a goal kick coming here. 3 minutes to go first half. Greensboro leads it 1-0. Coming up at halftime, a quick update of what's going on around Greensboro College athletics today, as well as checking in on the brackets for both men's and women's tournament play. Greensboro with it for a moment, now cleared by Thornton. Back to Mann, though, at the middle. Allison Mann trying to push into the offensive zone. Mann, a good pass to Marcondes in the middle. Marcondes working to the right. Now sends it deep into the corner. Petroska's really got to get on her horse to get to it. Overruns the ball and sent out of bounds by Wesleyan. But I think it might have gone over the end line first. We'll see. It looks like McElwain lining up for a corner, which would be Greensboro's 4th of the game, and yes, she is. 2 minutes to go first half. McElwain lines up, hits this one on the ground, not quite the way she drew it up. It's going to be cleared by the Bishops and sent down the boundary. Contact between Cole and maybe Barrios over there. And yeah, Mason Barrios picking up the yellow card there. And Cole to throw in. Ball bounding around now, racing towards the end line is Marcondes. She cannot get there as she is shielded away. And there'll be another goal kick coming under a minute and a half to go. Shot still 3-0 in favor of Greensboro. Comerford tripped up over there on the far boundary. Wesleyan to throw in. Every now and then you can hear the cheering coming from Haynes Gym behind us. You look at the score. Greensboro leading the third set 12-7 over Averett. Pride to throw in, 45 seconds to go first half. Long throw down the boundary, too strong for Marcondes. Lush will send it out of bounds. And Wesleyan to throw in with 25 seconds to go. Greensboro going to keep them out of the shot column, it looks like, barring something crazy happening here. Wesleyan up into the middle to Barrios, off of the chin of Barrios. Now a long send up ahead. Mann tries to clear, instead sends it the wrong way. McElwain gets to it, and she will poke it out of bounds. And that will be how the first half ends. 45 minutes in the books here at Pride Field in the first round of the USA South Women's Soccer Tournament. And the Pride take a 1-0 lead here on the Greensboro College Sports Network. Halftime here at Pride Field, the first round of the USA South Women's Soccer Tournament. Greensboro College leading North Carolina Wesleyan 1-0 at the break. And we'll take a look at what else is going on around the college athletics landscape in the USA South and Greensboro College athletics as well. Earlier today in the women's soccer field, Mary Baldwin and Methodist squaring off. That was a 12:30 start time. Mary Baldwin comes away with a 1-0 victory, the first team to advance in the 2025 tournament. So the Fighting Squirrels will move on, and they await the winner of Brevard and Salem. That game began about 15 minutes ago. Let's see if we can get a score on that one. We will get that back to you here in a little bit. We'll try to get an updated score on that when we can. Then elsewhere, obviously still to come tonight, Meredith and SVU. And the winner of this game will take on the winner of that game. On the men's side of things, only two games today. Southern Virginia and William Peace. The Pacers come away with a 2-1 victory, eliminating SVU from the men's tournament. And then at 7 o'clock tonight, Methodist and Greensboro. Again, the final game of the first round on the men's side of things. Football today hosting LaGrange, and the Panthers come away with a 49-20 victory. Greensboro cut it as close to 21-20 at one point, but just could not get anything going in the second half. They were outscored 21-0 after the halftime break. Volleyball celebrated Senior Day in style today by clinching the number 1 seed in the USA South Tournament with a sweep over Meredith earlier today. And they're finishing up their tri-match with a non-conference bout against Averett. They're about to sweep that one as well. They lead the third set by 8 right now at 18-9. So Greensboro looking well on their way to extending their winning streak even further. You want to talk about some crazy numbers, though? We found this out yesterday. In October, volleyball went 13-0, winning 39 out of 42 sets. They recorded 10 sweeps, and then it gets even better. You look at their home numbers this year. They went 7-0 in October and did not lose a single set, going 21-0 for the month. You want to talk about absolute domination in a sport, and I think that is a good statistical picture of what it would look like. So we have reached halftime here. Greensboro leads it 1-0 on the goal by Cameron Marcondes, her third goal in as many games. We'll take a look at some of the team numbers when we come back. Pride lead at 1-0 on the Greensboro College Sports Network. Time now to take a look at some of the first half numbers. Greensboro College leading at the break 1-0 over North Carolina Wesleyan. As you break the numbers down, the Pride have outshot the Battling Bishops 4-0. Greensboro has had 3 of those 4 shots on goal. 4 corners for the Pride, 2 for North Carolina Wesleyan, 1 foul per side. Yellow card for Mason Barrios of the Bishops. Grace Walls has faced 3 shots, has saved 2 of them. For Greensboro, Shea Brennan, 2 shots, both of them on goal. 1 shot on goal for Cameron Marcondes. It was Greensboro's goal that came in the first half at 15:33. And then 1 shot for Abby Sanzata that missed the mark. Cheyenne Hansen, well on her way to what could be a 7th clean sheet of the year, although she has faced hardly any opposition. No shots so far that Cheyenne has had to contend with. About 4.5 minutes or so remaining in halftime. We'll step aside when we come back. We'll get ready for second half action here as round 1 of the USA South Women's Soccer Tournament continues here on the Greensboro College Sports Network. Getting ready to get the second half underway here from Pride Field. Greensboro College leading North Carolina Wesleyan 1-0 in game number 2 of the first round of the USA South Women's Soccer Tournament here in 2025. Waiting for a final score from inside at volleyball. Greensboro needing 1 point to complete the sweep and add yet another win to their column. They'll be 24-2 when all is said and done here. So obviously a fantastic year for volleyball, and we're certainly hoping that things only continue to get better for that team, as there's still, a week or so left in their regular season. We're getting ready for the second half here. We will alert you when that game goes final. Also, for some reason, we are not getting a score in for Brevard and Salem, so we'll continue to try to keep working that, and when we get something in the resemblance of a score update, we will certainly pass that along. But for right now, we do not have that information. As we get the second half underway. Kylie Casola in the game for the Bishops, and she will get this one started, putting the ball in place, sending it back, and a long feed up ahead as teams have switched sides here for the second half. Brennan's pass looking for Cam, intercepted by Casola, and taken up ahead by Whiteside now. Sends this one into the front of the box, cleared away there by Brennan, but not all the way out. Wesleyan still with it, trying to put up an offensive pressure here to start the second half. Sophia Paul has her pass taken away, and the Bishops will back it out to the middle. Jim Meyer. And now back to Tag of Greensboro. Tag tries to send it up ahead. Was looking for Marcondes, instead finds Paul. It goes out of bounds, and Wesleyan will throw in. Header missed there by Comerford. Tag with it. Shoots it high up into the air. Marcondes trying to settle it. A header there. She tries to keep it inbound. She does down the line. And it'll be a free kick, though, for Brennan. Sends it right to Petroskas. Too strong off of her foot, however, and now she's got to fight for possession on the near boundary. Tries to push it up to Marcondes. Can't do so. Petroskas, though, on the return from Snyder, now to Marcondes. Chips this one in towards the front of the box and cleared out of bounds by Thornton. Robinson was trying to get to it, could not do so. Fighting for it on the far boundary. Walking the tightrope down the line and out of bounds. And it will be maybe a corner here for Greensboro, I think. Yep. Dawson on the corner. This one sent high and headed there. I think ricocheting off a couple of players. Brennan now to Robinson. Robinson, did she keep it inside the post? No, she didn't. Good look, Trinity Robinson, as that ball was just bouncing around. And injured North Carolina Wesleyan player, so they're going to go take a look. .42-41 remaining in the first half. A couple of people starting to file out of Haynes Gym. But as this timeout starting to stretch a little bit, we will step aside here for a moment. Just a couple minutes into the second half. Greensboro leading it 1-0 on the Greensboro College Sports Network. Injured player for North Carolina Wesleyan, Mia Sherber, the senior from Clayton, North Carolina, walking off with a little bit of help from the athletic trainers. 42-41 to play. And it'll be a goal kick here for Walls. Loose ball fought for possession just around the entrance to the attacking zone of Greensboro, though taken by Wesleyan and out of bounds. Pride with a 1-0 advantage. Still a long ways to go in this one. Pride with a throw in. And a good clear there by the Bishops. Tag gets to it. Winds up, sends it back towards Hanson. Hanson will reset things for Greensboro to Brennan. Brennan back to Cole. Cole's pass knocked out of bounds by McKenna Meyer. Headed by Petroskis and then poked out by Staub. Petroskis on the throw-in. Looking for Marcondes. Marcondes trying to work her way by Snyder. It goes out of bounds and off of Marcondes. Brennan to Marcondes. Marcondes crossing all the way over to Dawson. Dawson on the far side, working her way in towards the left corner of the box. Dawson on the ground towards Walls. She'll scoop it up. Maybe a foot deflected. But Walls will scoop it up. Her punt out towards the center line. Will send it to Brennan over to the middle to Marcondes now. Good pass there, but unfortunately for Greensboro, nobody there to receive it. Comerford spinning Brennan around. Sends this one up ahead to Meyer. Fighting through some technical issues here. 36-30 to go in the contest. Greensboro still with a 1-0 advantage. Friedlander with the header taken away by Wesleyan. This is a dangerous offensive look for the Battling Bishops. Could be their first good offensive look of the day. Here comes a shot off of the post. That was McKenna Meyer there. Just off of the far post there. Missed the equalizer by inches. Taken away now by Casola. Now Mann streaking up the far sideline. Allison Mann trying to keep it inbounds. Good feed there over the middle. The return pass to Mann intercepted. And Wesleyan with it back on the far side. Over the middle, it's Peyton Staub. Cole has it cleared. Now here comes Robinson. Robinson, a 1-on-3. She doesn't have a lot of help right now. Now has Marcondes in the area. Robinson now working to her left. Robinson with a little bit of separation. Shoots. That's deflected and ends up harmlessly falling in the arms of Walls. Walls lobs it near side. Poked away, taken away now by Petroskas, and now taken away by Staub right back. Staub sends this one up the middle, but Mann will send this one high into the middle, where Marcondes with a touch cannot settle, goes to Staub. Now a foot race to keep it in bounds for Wesleyan. They cannot. Sophia Paul could not get to it in time. Greensboro to throw in. Petroskas throw to Robinson off her knee, it looked like, and out of bounds. Knee or shin. Either way, it's a throw in coming for the Bishops. Headed there by Petroskas, right back out of bounds. 34 minutes remaining. This one rolling down the line. Cole will play it, send it into the offensive zone. Header there by Thornton. And Marcondes, or Cam rather, sending this towards Marcondes, but out of bounds. Headed there by Petroskas, then to Cole. Meyer, then taken away by Greensboro. Marcondes sends it back to Tag. Tag winds up, pass to the far side. That's Dawson. Dawson enters the offensive zone on the far wing to Friedlander, who has it taken away. But just for a moment, Greensboro to throw in. Now to Robinson. Robinson's pass to Dawson sent out of bounds, and Greensboro to throw in again. Shots now 7-1 for the Pride. Into Cam. Now working the far side. There's contact between Robinson and a battling Bishop, whose number I did not yet see, but it'll be out of bounds on Robinson. Header there, Friedlander. Then Cam, or then Brennan rather. Long feed up ahead, foot race coming. Meyer trying to get there, Cole trying to get there. Hansen is the one who does get there. Hansen rolls it out to Petroskas. Nice feed, splitting a couple defenders to Cam. Now a long pass here to Marcondes. She is racing with Snyder. It's going to be Marcondes who gets there. Trying to work around Snyder, cannot. It goes over the end line, though, and it's going to be a corner kick for the Pride. Dawson's got to take the long jog from far side to near side. She gets ready for what will be the 7th corner for the Pride today. Dawson sends that one off of the football goal post. And a goal kick coming for Walls. Big difference a week makes. Just a couple of days ago, felt like Greensboro were peppering Walls, and she's done a decent job today. But I don't think it's been quite the regularity of attack, if you will. In that 2-0 win last week, 12 shots on goal. Walls made 10 saves. So far today, she has saved 4 out of 5. Myers pass out of bounds off of Cole. Paul to throw in. Here comes Meyer with it. Sending it over to the middle, but Allison Mann, as she is so good at doing, is there to interrupt that long pass. Brennan heading this to Cam. Cam working near side. Further into the wing to Petroskas, who chips it along. And it will roll out of bounds. 15 minutes gone here in the second half. Mary Baldwin, the first team to advance with a 1-0 victory over Salem earlier, or over Methodist earlier today. Brevard leading Salem 1-0 on a goal from Chiara Porcelli. So the Tornadoes with an early 1-0 advantage in that one. Again, the winner between Brevard and Salem will take on Mary Baldwin. Here comes Marcondes. Marcondes reversing direction, fires, good save. Oh, goodness, Grace Walls. We saw her make some big saves last weekend, and that one was absolutely huge. Marcondes reversing direction and Walls going with her like a mirror. Man to throw in. That one chipped aside. Quick touch there. Robinson has it taken away, though, by Staub. And the Battling Bishops looking to run again. Along the far boundary, now resetting things. And back out. It's Whiteside. Looking for help, finally finds a little bit. Wesleyan again struggling to go deeper into the offensive zone and get in just a little bit, but Greensboro kind of shuts it down quickly. Tag sends this one back out to the middle third, where it'll be picked up there by Paul. Now racing to the sideline. Petroskas off of Paul, keeps it in bounds. Sophia Paul sends it back to Snyder, and Snyder a long feed down the boundary. Meyer racing for it, so too is Cole, and it goes out of bounds. Cole to Petroskas, and a high kick there out of bounds by Meyer. So Petroskas to throw again. Looking for Robinson, finds Robinson. Robinson trying to reverse on Snyder. Snyder, though, boxing her out. Robinson racing for it towards the corner. And Robinson tried to flip it off of the foot of Snyder, and it will end up being a goal kick here for Walls. Substitution coming. It is Mia Scherber. Good to see her come back out after she went down earlier today. So the goal kick coming here for Walls. Towards the far boundary, and a Wesleyan header there fighting for possession on both sides, and that will ultimately go out of bounds into the scaffolding area. Taylor checking in for Greensboro now, and Kendall Cam coming out. Man to throw in. Sent aside by Wesleyan, but goes back to Brennan just for a moment. And taken away by the Bishops. Comerford with it, tries to slow it down, does a nice job. Caden Comerford tries the little give and go, goes to Casola now. Winding up with it is Staub over the middle to Scherber. Scherber back to Staub just outside the offensive zone. Sends it further to the far side. It's a foot race there, won by Goodwin. Goodwin tries to split a couple Greensboro defenders. She does with that pass. Back out to Staub now over the end line. Casola could not get to it. And it'll be a goal kick coming here for Hanson. Lush and McElwain about to check in for Greensboro. Hanson on the kick. Fed ahead by Friedlander to Robinson. Robinson crosses the center line, passing to the far side. Dawson working to the left again. Sends this one in, and Walls will dive to get it in front of Brennan with 25 to go. Walls punt over towards our position. It'll be taken there by Comerford. Along the near boundary and sent down, where man will redirect. Casola getting in the way, interrupting there. Brennan was trying to settle it, and before she could gather it, Casola takes it away. Towards the near right corner, out of bounds, just shy of being a corner kick. Greensboro to throw in. Substitutions here. We mentioned Lush coming, and so too was, who was the other one I saw? McElwain came in. Dawson out. So here comes the throw in. Lush, quick touch, right back to Petroskas and sent out of bounds off of the shins of a Wesleyan defender. Another throw in. This time a little further to Friedlander. Friedlander, quick touch. Marcondes with the left foot out in front. Brennan tries to chip this one in just wide of the near post. Good look there for Greensboro and some good passing. Now joined by Director of Athletics Jerry Fisk and Soccer Aficionado and whatever other titles you want. I'll let you introduce those of your own accord. But
husband of Sarah.
Okay, there you go. Yeah,
that one keeps me out of trouble.
Score some points. Yeah, there you
Absolutely.
go. Understood. We have 23 minutes to go here in the contest. Greensboro looking to be the second team to advance to the quarterfinals. Mary Baldwin defeated Methodist earlier today. Now, you had a good view over there of Greensboro's opening goal. What did you see on that one? We'll let you put your analyst hat on here for a minute.
Oh, yeah, it was beautiful ball movement. Great to see them finish because I feel like we were moving the ball effectively for a lot of the season, but we weren't necessarily finishing. That was a great finish, and I had a good look at Shea Brennan's free kick that was a tremendous save by the Wesleyan keeper. Fantastic. Yeah, it's been a fun game. It's been well played. I think we've done a decent job of controlling play in areas, but this is a talented team, and it'll be fun to see how this one ends.
Man sending this one across for Petroskas just outside the attacking zone. Now feeds it along to Taylor. Taylor racing to the near boundary, trying to get around Paul. Goes over the end line. Looks like a goal kick coming here for Walls. That's one thing, though. We talked about it a little bit in our abbreviated pregame show. We saw this goalkeeper last weekend, gave up 2 goals, but also made 10 saves, and she's made some big saves today, too.
She's fantastic. She's fantastic. She puts herself in the right spot. She's long and gets to things. She's really, really skilled. Glad we've got one by her. She can put a lot on her, and she stops a lot of them. So,
a lot of times for Greensboro, one has been all they've needed this year. Cole sends this up in the air towards Petroskas. It'll go out of bounds in front of us. Garrity about to check in. Greensboro, in fact, when you look at this series history, and obviously I understand that history means nothing in today's game because nothing about what happened last year helps you today.
Sure.
But these are the things that we do in preparation for these games. So Greensboro is currently working their way on a 10-game winning streak, and that's included 4 consecutive shutouts coming into today's game against North Carolina Wesleyan.
Yeah. We've had a good run in recent memory. Let's hope that continues for another 21 minutes.
I thought you were going to say 20 years. I was on board with that.
Or that. Yeah, or that.
Comerford to throw in. Throws it short looking for Butler. Greensboro getting in the way of it. And that's one thing, too, that Greensboro's success has come from this year is just a stingy defense on the sidelines.
Yeah, for sure. We've done a great job across the back. Allison Mann and Rosie Tagg both doing a great job back there, and that's not to short sell anyone else. You know, Shay's been great in goal, and Shy, and we've done a good job of limiting opportunities. So
here comes an opportunity for Wesleyan, although they have to back out of their initial attack. Casola feeding it to the far side. And McElwain clearing it out to the middle third. Takes a nice bounce there for Marcondes, and she's off to the races. Marcondes trying to work around Snyder. Shoots this one across to Lush. Can Lush get to it? No, Walls is going to dive on it. Takes the feed out from under Lush, but Walls, I think, making a really nice play there, coming to take that ball away from Lush and not give Greensboro an opportunity.
Yeah, came off her line and played it really well when it was a dangerous ball for sure.
But I think you could arguably say that Greensboro is playing probably their best ball of the year at just about the right time, coming off of back-to-back shutouts to end the regular season. And, you know, obviously you got to play the game as Comerford's shot blocked right back to her.
Yeah, I talked to Coach Johnston on Wednesday, and I think that their game against Salem might have been their best effort of the year.
And, you know, obviously, like I said, you play the game. And Meredith, though, taking on SVU later, and a lot of people not expecting or are expecting number 2 SVU to take care of things. But looking at the way Greensboro played, if they hang on in this game, you certainly got to think between that and the fact they only lost to the Knights 1-0 in the regular season, that can make for a really good matchup in the next round if it gets there.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've both got to do what we need to get there, but that would be a fun one.
Would be in Buena Vista, which would mean that we are most likely saying goodnight from Pride Field for the last time here today, but not to say this team can't go on a run.
Absolutely.
McElwain to Garrity, quick touch, but right to the back line of the Bishops. Headed by Petroska, sends it back into the offensive zone, but it's going to go careening out of bounds with 17:55 to go. Shots 9-1 for Greensboro. Shots on goal 6-0. So far, it's the easiest clean sheet Cheyenne Hansen will ever have.
Yeah, I'm trying to find some wood in the scaffolding to knock on.
Use my head. It's dense enough, yeah.
Exactly.
Garrity settles it, sends it just outside the zone to Taylor. Taylor winds up and finds the back of the leg of Staub. Lush with it, gets tangled up with Staub now to Marcondes, to Garrity. Garrity fires with the left foot. That ball just lost some speed as it worked its way through the box, and Walls with an easy save. Comerford back to Butler. Nice give and go. Comerford back to Butler again in the middle. Sends it back to Sherber. Out of the far side, was looking for Whiteside, and out of bounds. Wesleyan this year, as far as their offense is concerned, 1.5 goals per game as opposed to 1.2 for Greensboro.
Yeah, looking at the stats ahead of time, this felt like it was set up for a 1-0,
Yep.
2-1 kind of game. If you just said we were going to have a 5-4 game, I'm not sure I'd have believed you.
No.
But, yeah, these
You're
teams,
playing easy mode on a video game.
Exactly. Yeah, they lock in, they play good defense, take advantage of mistakes by the opponent, and that's kind of how both of these teams have made their hay this year.
Now, one of the things that we haven't even talked about, though, is the fact that Wesleyan's leading goal scorer is not played today, Sam Dell.
Yeah, and she
8
was
goals.
really good
Yeah.
last weekend.
Here comes an opportunity for the Bishops. Cleared, though, by Cole. Not very far outside the offensive zone, and Wesleyan keeps it in for a moment, but Cole cleans it up. Snyder going back to get it. She'll send it back to Walls. 15:45 to go. A liner to Comerford off of the toe. Cole doing a good job getting in the way of that little touch pass to Butler. Comerford On the throw in to Cole, back to Garrett. He takes it away. Too strong on that pass, though. Walls will settle it.
The longer the ball can stay in this half of the
Sure.
field, the happier I think everyone wearing green will be.
Well, I know, one thing that we do on the broadcast is just for the sake of conversation. Hang on. Speaking of conversation, here comes Lush. Tries to push it back. Walls. Lush trying to get the redirect. Cannot get to it before it goes over the end line. Oh, Abby Lush almost had it come right back to her. It would have been a beautiful opportunity.
Yeah, great run by her. Once again, a great play by Walls, and the Prider in a corner here.
I was going to say, speaking of Marcondes, we talked all year about when is she going to finally score? When is she going to finally score? Now 3 goals in 3 games. What could have been if she had gotten that first one earlier? Header there, knocked aside by Wesleyan. Greensboro ultimately going to settle it, though. Taylor, shot on Walls, picks it up on a hop.
Yeah, the seal is broken, and she's been dangerous all year. She's just found the back of the net the last 3.
More dangerous now.
Yeah.
Went from a dangerous shooter to a dangerous scorer. That one sent out of bounds and knocked away by somebody in the Greensboro bench. I don't know that they quite have goalkeeper potential there. No. That might have been Jaden over there.
Those were not great hands.
However, if it was Jaden, very capable as far as athletic training is concerned. Yeah. Very, very.
You will not hear me speak ill of her. Just the hands of the soccer ball it was not a great save.
Again, Wesleyan starting to push the issue as they work into the offensive zone.
13.5 left here. It feels like there are going to be a few more dangerous opportunities where Wesleyan gets it deep in our end, and how are we going to rally to the ball and get it cleared and play more in their half of the field in the last 13 minutes. It's going to be have a lot to do with the rest of the game.
Now, at what point do you, if you're down, especially in a tournament where you know that you don't have another game after this, at what point do you not necessarily hit the panic mode, but does everything kind of go into hyperdrive here at the end?
Yeah, I think sometime when you give yourself at least a few minutes to really try and press, you've got to see everyone move up. You've got to take chances, run through balls in a way that exposes you on the back end. But without a goal, it doesn't matter at this point.
So far, like we've said, just the one shot wasn't even on goal. Greensboro's back line stopped everything and not even gotten to the point where anything gets to Hansen. Long feed up ahead for Greensboro. Lush again on to the races, but Walls coming all the way out to get it. They know the scouting report is don't let Abby Lush get a full head of steam.
Exactly.
Bishops again go on the attack at Sherber. Having a hard time getting around Brennan, sends it near side to Comerford. Comerford near side to Butler. Approaching the near left flag. Can't get around Cole that way. Tries a tough angled pass. Rosie Tag will send back to the front of the zone, now to Lush. And Lush starts to work her way up the near wing. Good pass over the middle, little too strong for Taylor. And the Bishops will go chasing after.
Might have been nice to see Lush either be a little selfish there or maybe get it over here on the wing to Marcondes to carry it up.
That's a phrase we've heard from Coach Johnston from our broadcast position all year. Be selfish there, be selfish there. Absolutely. But, I mean, one of the things he always talks about is having high-quality kids, so we know that they care about sharing here.
Exactly. Exactly. Yep. Just trying to set up the teammate, and it's great. It's just once in a while we can see something that maybe they don't, and we just want them to take it.
Dawson about to check in for Greensboro as Petroskas sends this one out of bounds. Marcondes gave it a look, but lets it go. 11:15 to go on the clock. In game number 2 of what is a Pride Field triple header today. Of course, we've been documenting the successes of the volleyball team today as well. And, again, we'll continue to say good things about them all, not just today, but all through the rest of however long their season goes.
Hopefully another few weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they locked up the regular season title today, extended the winning streak to maybe 19.
I think 19, yep.
Yeah. Still undefeated in conference play. Just remarkable.
Took care of things against Meredith and then the sweep against Averett. Good bounce back against the ODAC after losing their first 2 against Lynchburg and Bridgewater.
For
I know,
sure.
obviously, it's kind of the unofficial conference rivalry. We always want to beat the ODAC, and I assume they always want to beat us.
Yeah. I think it's safe to assume, yeah.
Having never been there, I don't know if they feel the same way.
No, I think they do. But how about this? Our crack sports information staff, by that I mean Kendrick, gave me some data earlier today about our winning streak and what it looks like. I'll get back to that in a
interrupt you
second.
here for a second. Abby Lush off to the races. She's got Marcondes to her right if she wants it. Here comes the feed to Marcondes, a little bit too far. Marcondes tries to get around the defender, cannot. I think if that pass is a little bit more on Cam, maybe we're talking about a scoring opportunity. Now we have a whistle. And I think Comerford fell down. There was also a collision here with Marcondes, but it's going to be a free kick coming for Wesleyan.
Yeah, I think the referee pulled it back to the first foul that occurred back there with Marcondes following from behind. But yeah, as I was saying, that crack staff named Kendrick Fruits, we haven't lost a set at home in a long time.
Yeah, since late September. Comerford trying to work around Brennan, cannot do so. Brennan redirects it to Garrity. Under 10 to go, actually closer to 9 than 10. Marcondes with it now. Looking for Lush. Lush redirecting from right to left, pushing this to the middle to Garrity. Garrity trying to create a little bit of space to Taylor. Taylor shot high. Walls makes the catch. I tell you what, when she released that one, I thought it was off to the left. That ended up being more accurate than I originally gave her credit for.
Yeah, we've found the upper corners a few times, and Walls has been in front of each of them.
Over the head of Tag. She'll go back to get it. Casola there, giving her a hard time. Goes all the way back to Hansen, up to Taylor now. Now to Brennan. Goes near side to Petroskas.
Great composure in the back for the Pride. They could have panicked and just kicked it. They did a great job.
Near side to Marcondes. Good pass there between Marcondes and Petroskas. Now Marcondes going from the right-hand side trying to get around Snyder. Oh, nice move by Marcondes. Shot score! I tell you what, nobody is trickier with the dribble than Cam Marcondes close range.
Fantastic. What a run. Great balls back and forth here on the side. And then once she had it, beat the defender, beat the second defender, and then slotted it in the left side there. And Walls has been great, but she didn't have a chance at that one.
Maybe a crack in the wall on
Oh.
the far side there, but absolutely, yeah. Cam Marcondes coming out now, and for Greensboro, things feeling pretty comfortable. You get that insurance you need with 8 minutes to go. Still time for Wesleyan, but you got to be feeling pretty good about that back line of the Pride right about now.
For sure. And if the Pride keeps doing what they've done now for 83 minutes, 82 and change, you feel good about these last 7.5.
Greensboro has outshot the Bishops 14-1, including 11-0 on goal. This one down towards Lush, up over her head and out of bounds. No, kept in bounds. Nope, it did go out of bounds.
Yeah, nice play there by 22.
I let my predictive text take over there for a moment, my mental predictive text. Fighting for position just in front of our position. Comerford sending this one over to the middle. Tag with the header away. Dawson tries to send it further ahead, but it's going to be Allison Mann getting it out of the defending zone for the Pride. Dawson, good job stepping in front of that pass on the far wing. Sends it back to Allison Mann, and the clock continues to bleed down. Mann looking for Taylor. Taylor has to work around an official screen. Those really colorful bumps on the pitch, known as the officials. Good pass there in the air towards Lush. Does it take a nice hop for Abby? It does. Oh, there's a whistle.
Offsides.
Offsides there. A beautiful feed to the front of the box.
Yeah, Abby was close. She must have just been offsides, but linesman right on the spot. So Bishops will put it back in play.
We talked about, with a 1-goal differential, when do you turn things into hyperdrive? I think with a 2-goal differential, we should be there now.
Yes. Yeah.
That's the hard-hitting analysis I get asked to
Tremendous.
do.
Tremendous. And I think on the Pride side, this is where you don't lunge, don't overcommit,
No.
just contain. We can play the ball out of bounds. We can do all these things, and all we need to do is get 5:45 off the clock, and everybody goes home happy from game one.
And if you are watching from home today, we hope you'll join us for the final leg of our triple header. We'll be on the air. Scheduled a 7 o'clock start time. I don't think we're going to hit that.
I think it's going to be close.
6:10 now.
Yeah.
So maybe slightly after. Either way, we will.
Maybe a quarter after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chance to grab your dinner, whatever that may be, and join us for hopefully another exciting afternoon or evening of Greensboro College soccer. The women certainly holding up their end of things here today.
Yep.
And again, as things stand, they will play the winner of Meredith and Southern Virginia. We'll certainly keep you updated on that score as the men's game goes on. They're not going to start until 7 o'clock. Only other game in action right now was Brevard and Salem. Last time we checked, Tornadoes had a 1-goal lead in that one. So why don't we check that again? Free kick here for Greensboro. .4:30 to go. The ball kind of living in that middle third right now, which Greensboro is A-OK with. Good job there, though, by Wesleyan pushing it up the middle, and a good job by Cole. You can just know that Cole, Mann, and Tag are going to be back there.
Yeah, 100%. Yep, they do a great job.
Second half just started in Brevard. Tornadoes still lead at 1-0 over Salem. Winner of that game will take on Mary Baldwin on Wednesday. Butler to Comerford near wing. Cole is eyeing her like a hawk, or maybe like a lion eyes their prey. Why don't we stick with the Pride metaphors and such there. Cleared there. Here comes Friedlander. Not a lot on that pass. 3:30 to go.
Got to believe that the Pride are content just to watch the ball roll around down here and watch the time come down. 3:20 to go.
It doesn't make for the most exciting part of the game, but it's probably the most necessary part.
Absolutely. Yeah, when you get in a spot like this, the only thing that matters are getting zeros on the clock.
And keeping a 0 on the scoreboard for Wesleyan. Long feed down ahead for Lush. Abby Lush. I don't think we talk enough about how quick she is on chasing down a ball, because just normally you see her jog around and go, she's okay fast, and then all of a sudden she goes after a ball and you go, where did that come from?
Exactly.
That's sent out of bounds. Another throw in coming here for Petroskas.
Yeah, if I move that fast, something is chasing me or Abby is trying to track down a ball.
Out in front, almost a look there for Friedlander. That's sent back out. If I move that fast, I'm strapped to a rocket because I'm not doing it on my own.
Downhill on a bike.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Lots of component pieces here. And I tell you what, Kendrick, you were here from the start of the year. The first 6 games of the year, we didn't see cohesion like this.
No.
But the last month, it's been good. The last few weeks, it's been even better, where we really are connecting front to back. We're solid across the back. We're doing what we need to. It's been fun to see the Pride team come together.
But it's kind of a 2-part response to that. Coach Johnston told me from the beginning, he said, we're talented, but we're young. And that's something you can't really.
Oh, for sure.
You've just got to grow out of being young, if you will. And, one of the phrases that we especially hear around basketball, by the time you get into February, they start talking about, freshmen need to start playing like sophomores by the time you get to tournament time.
Right.
And I think we're seeing that here. The freshmen are not playing like freshmen anymore.
Exactly. Fun to see them come together.
Header there, kind of Off the side of Lush. I was like, what's the word I want to use there?
Cole clearing that and found the side of Taylor, and it's still on Abby's feet.
She's got Robinson streaking in. She's going to pass to her maybe a split second late. Robinson's going to redirect, though, to Friedlander. Friedlander settles it, has to work through a couple defenders, can't do so. Taylor now trying to settle it, and it's cleared out by the Bishops.
1 minute to go.
North Carolina Wesleyan trying to extend their season. They'll need a miracle and a half here with the way the back line of Greensboro is played today. Good feed, though, for Wesleyan. Couple quick touches around the outside of the 18. There's a shot. Hansen's going to watch it go wide. It's a goal kick coming, 40 seconds left.
That was the pressure we talked about from Wesleyan, though. Still creating chances.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're not holding their head, hanging their heads and sulking. They're still playing through zeros, and that was a dangerous chance from the top of the box.
Battle and Bishops have battled true to their name. That is for sure. Hansen sends this one up to the front of the Wesleyan zone, and Dawson will fire that one out of bounds as the clock continues to run, approaching 10 seconds. Thrown into Butler. Back to Comerford, now back to Butler. 5 seconds remaining. Tries to get around the corner. She whiffs, and that's going to do it. They're going to watch the ball roll out of bounds, watch the clocks hit zeros, and we'll watch Greensboro head into the quarterfinal round of the USA South Women's Tournament. Final score 2-0. Greensboro will advance. Again, the second year in a row, they have shut out Wesleyan in the first round of the women's tournament. It got started with a Cameron Marcondes goal to make it 1-0 in the first half at about 15:33, and the second goal coming at 81:59. Marcondes again now give her, 4 goals in 3 days. And Jerry, you look at the numbers here, and I'll break them down here in a little bit, but the big story for me is just you look at the shots, 15-2 for Greensboro. They applied pressure all night, and as good as a goalkeeper as Walls in is, something was bound to find the back of the net.
Absolutely, yeah. They kept the pressure on. We played a lot of the game in their half of the field. We made some runs. We had great opportunities. She made some great saves. Thankfully, we had enough good opportunities to sneak a couple past her and move on to the second round.
Absolutely, and we'll certainly look at some of the numbers here in a minute. But really quickly, we look ahead, and I'm going to kind of toss this to you for a minute so I can start to get something set up if we're going to get an interview going. But maybe a little quick preview, your thoughts of the men's game coming up.
Yeah, facing off against Methodist again. When we faced Methodist a few weeks ago, very physical contest. And now it's a rematch. Long-standing rivals. I think it'll be a well-played game. I think it'll be a hard-played game. Methodist very good in the box, very good at second balls. They're going to work really, really hard, and we're going to have to outwork them if we want to win. I think that whoever is better in the box is going to win a game like this, and our team is excited about this opportunity. As young as the women's team is, the men's team is equally young, and I think they have they can still taste that tie they had a few weeks ago down in Methodist in Fayetteville, and I think we're ready. I think this will be a fun game.
The camera's sitting down here. Just saw some legs. What's going on there? But absolutely.
Those are not Stephen Weidenhouse's legs. Against the contrary.
All right. Well, are you going to hang around some for the second game?
I am. I'd love to.
Okay,
Yeah, I'd love to.
We may borrow your mic here for a player interview. Not sure who we're going to get yet, but as we take a look at some of the numbers here, 15 shots on goal, 11-0, corners 7-2 for Greensboro, and you look at some of the individual numbers. Meyer had both shots for Wesleyan today. Walls made 9 saves out of the 11 shots that she faced. Shots for Greensboro, Shea Brennan, 4 of them, 3 on goal. Marcondes, 3 shots, 3 on goal, with 2 of them actually finding the back of the net. Robinson, 2 shots, 1 on goal, 1 shot for Friedlander, 1 shot on goal for Garrity, 2 on goal for Taylor, 1 on goal for Lush, and Sanzata gets a shot off as well, although it missed the mark. But again, one thing you'll hear, just another way of saying we just named half the team right there for getting a shot on goal. So or just getting a shot in general. So I think it just continues to show just how strong Greensboro was offensively today. And like I told you when you first jumped on, I think this team has certainly played their best ball recently. And after a string of 9 consecutive games where Greensboro scored 0 or 1 goal, all of a sudden that's 3 multi-goal games in a row.
Yeah, nice to find them, to see them finding the back of the net more than once. Takes a little bit of the pressure off in the last few minutes, and for a while there, we were under pressure the whole time.
Absolutely. As we're going to hopefully grab a player interview here in a little bit. They're getting the camera set up right now. And again, Brevard leading 1-0 in their game against Salem. We'll go ahead and move Greensboro by virtue of today's 2-0 win into the second round. And we'll await the winner of Meredith and SVU. That game beginning at 7 o'clock. And, of course, as the men's game goes along, we will give you updates on that. One men's game has gone final today. One of the two. William Peace defeated SVU earlier today 2-1. They'll take on number 2 seed North Carolina Wesleyan. Greensboro and Methodist about to get underway in about 38 minutes. Winner will take on number 1 Pfeiffer. That's a tough draw for whoever comes out of this one. But Greensboro played Pfeiffer pretty tough at times in their game this year as well. That was a 3-1 loss on the road.
It was. I think the final goal may have been scored in the last 3 minutes. So it was a very competitive game. But yeah, we got to get through a good opponent tonight in Methodist before anybody gets to Pfeiffer. So
I think one of the big things too, and I'm just thinking about what we saw from the last game, and it's hard to look and take that game against William Peace for what it was because of the elements for me in a lot of ways, because obviously playing any sport in the rain makes it a little bit of a different I see you laughing over there, but it makes it a bit of a different animal. But just the way that game came about, I think the big thing for Greensboro, for me personally, is keeping the ball out of the defensive third. There have been a couple times where Hermosa will come out to get it, and the one thing that makes me nervous, sometimes he does come out and get it, and it looks like actually I'm going to pause that thought. Coach Johnston coming over here to give us his thoughts here. Hey, Coach, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Awesome. Well, hey, congratulations. Second straight year with a win over North Carolina Wesleyan in the first round of the tournament. Give us your thoughts on the game.
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was Wesleyan's a gritty team, and, they're very organized defensively. They're tough to break down, and their goalkeeper is fantastic. I mean, she's one of, if not the top goalkeeper in the league, and that save she had in the second half was world class, and it took two special moments from Cam. Being willing to be selfish, we've talked all year about her ability to go 1v1, and she's special, and super happy for her. And then to get a clean sheet in a conference quarterfinal is really special.
Have you started to wonder now, man, if only Marcondes had scored that first goal earlier, who knows what kind of year she would have had?
Yeah, but the thing is she's impacted the game in so many different ways, Kendrick, throughout the year, that I think the progression is kind of right. She's had a couple big assists in big moments. She's played in central midfield at times when we've needed her to play in central midfield, and man, she was running on fumes there at the end when she got the second one. But super proud of her.
Let me read a couple numbers here to you about your goalkeeper, Cheyenne Hansen. Remember, obviously she's a freshman. She is now tied in 8th in career shutouts as a freshman. That's an insane statistic for me. That was her 7th clean sheet this year. She is now in a 3-way tie in 6th for single-season wins with 10, and now she is tied in 3rd for single-season shutouts. Just phenomenal.
That's crazy. I mean, I am so proud of that kid. We've talked about our goalkeeper room all year with 4 quality goalkeepers, and Paige obviously banged up, and I hate it for her in her senior year, but Griffin and it's kind of been in and out of the lineup with injuries herself, and Cheyenne has really stepped into that role, and we felt like she was the play tonight. She played really well against them last weekend, and it's kind of a gut feeling, and man, she's been really, really good.
Last question here for you, Coach. It really feels like you guys are clicking on all cylinders right now. 3rd straight multi-goal performance. And talk about just kind of where you see this team at. Is this where you want them to be playing level-wise here as you work your way into the tournament?
Yeah, I mean, this is a time of year where you want to be playing your best soccer. And I think that we are. I think we still have some areas to improve and get better. But you know, we're getting super happy with the result. I mean, Wesleyan is an unbelievable team, and so hard to break down defensively, and I mean, they're so dangerous in central midfield, and you know, I mean, we're certainly fortunate to get out of here 2-0.
Well, Coach, you were the second game today. Mary Baldwin advanced before you, and now you've taken down North Carolina Wesleyan to wait the winner of Meredith and SVU. Obviously, you can't really prepare till you know who you got. So go enjoy this win for a little bit, and we know that as soon as you're able to get back to work, you will. We can't wait to see what you guys do on Wednesday.
Thanks, Kendrick. I appreciate all you guys do.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate you. Getting set here for men's soccer, the final of 3 games today. We're going to end this post game so we can start getting ready for that. But again, a look at the final numbers we just gave you: 15-2 the shots, 11-0 the shots on goal, 7-2 the corners for Greensboro. All of them Greensboro advantages. So with that being said, we will wrap things up as Cameron Marcondes scores twice, and the Pride advance to the USA South semifinals with a 2-0 victory over North Carolina Wesleyan. A big thank you again to all of our game day staff. A reminder for those of you hanging around for the men's game today, that will be on a separate YouTube stream. So if you want to close out your window and open up the new one, we'll get the pregame show going about 15 minutes or so prior to the game's start. So again, a big thank you to our game day staff, my producer, Marion Manley, as well. And that will wrap things up for game number 2 of today's triple header. And again, Greensboro winning in the USA South Women's Soccer Tournament first round. Final score 2-0. I'm Kendrick Fruits, wishing you a green and white good night. This has been a presentation of Greensboro College Women's Soccer and the USA South Women's Soccer Tournament on the Greensboro College Sports Network. Yep, appreciate it, man.